Big things have happened in this story, perhaps the biggest events the world has ever seen. His followers have experienced faith-shaking disappointment, an earth-shattering feeling of defeat by seeing their teacher, their rabbi, die. Their high hopes for Jesus are gone. But what they see as defeat, we now look at and see as a great victory. Jesus was raised from the dead. Our disciples don't know that yet, but they are about to find out from the man himself. The same day Jesus was raised back to life, two of Jesus' followers were going to a village called Emmaus. They were talking with each other about everything that had happened. As they talked about those things, Jesus himself came up and walked along with them, but God kept them from recognizing him. Jesus asked them, "What are you talking about?" They stood still, and their faces were sad. "You must be a visitor to Jerusalem. If you lived there, you would know the things that have happened there in the last few days." "What things?" "About Jesus of Nazareth," they replied. "He was a prophet. He was powerful in what he said and did in the eyes of God and all the people. The chief priests and our rulers handed Jesus over to be sentenced to death. They nailed him to a cross. But we had hoped that he was the one who was going to set Israel free. Some of our women amazed us too. Early this morning, they went to the tomb, but they didn't find his body. They saw angels who said Jesus was alive. They didn't see the body of Jesus there." Jesus said to them, "How foolish you are! How long it takes you to believe all that the prophets said! Didn't the Christ have to suffer these things and then receive his glory?" Jesus explained to them what was said about himself in all the scriptures. He began with Moses and the prophets. The two men approached the village where they were going. Jesus acted as if he were going farther, but they tried to keep him from leaving. They said, "Stay with us. It's nearly evening. The day is almost over." So he went in to stay with them. He joined them at the table. Then he took bread and gave thanks. Their eyes were opened, and they recognized him. But then he disappeared from their sight. They said to each other, "He talked to us on the road. He opened the scriptures to us. Weren't our hearts burning inside us during this time?" They got up and returned at once to Jerusalem. There they found the 11 and those with them. They were all gathered together. They were saying, "It's true, the Lord has risen. He has appeared to Simon." Then the two of them told what had happened to them on the way. Even though things happen which you may not understand, if your hope is in God, you're safe and secure.